Today, we are taking a look at a recent release from the folks over there at EZRED, and that would be this here EZRED 2-in-1 folding headlamp, product number EZNP45HL. Lots of numbers and letters there, but yeah, I mean, it's basically just a headlight with a kind of a visor type of setup to it. It folds up, it gets compact. We'll get into the whole thing later on into the video. You guys who've been watching me for a while know that I'm not a real big headlamp fan, or whatever we're going to call them. Not recently, but probably about a year ago, I did one on this guy right here. It was kind of a TikTok-y shop type thing. It was one of those deals where somebody finds some obscure thing on AliExpress or whoever is selling these things over there in China. And yeah, they buy 1,000 of them and they get their name printed on them. And these things were ranging from $45 all the way down to like $6. It was actually a nice headlamp, and I've been using it ever since. And yeah, I mean, spoiler alert, they were the exact same thing, regardless of what price you were paying for the thing. But yeah, so for me, headlamps, I'm really not a daily headlamp user. I mean, most of the stuff I work on is kind of compact. I do forklifts, so I'm not like, looking at the whole undercarriage of a car, and a little handheld work light won't work for me. So I usually just end up using a work light. But I do like the headlamps for when I'm doing PM work and I'm greasing that rear axle, or if I got to duck into places. I'm getting in and out, and the extra hassle having to put a work light down there just to hit a couple of grease fittings. It's easier just for me to put a headlamp on. So yeah, that's about where I stand as far as headlamps go. But yeah, so this guy, it popped up into the feeds, and I've been looking at it, and yeah, I figure I'd give it a pick up, and we'll take a look at it. So yeah, let's take the camera, we'll take a look down, we'll go through the specs, we'll go through the feels and the functions of the thing. Try it on. I'll give you my opinion as far as that goes, wearing the thing, and I got a little bit of footage will show me looking underneath the hood of my truck with the different modes of the lights and whatnot. And yeah, we'll get deep into the thing. So let's do that. So starting off with the box that it comes in. I mean, not much to see here. Kind of a little bit of the specs on the thing. We got the old patent pending down there, so Harbor Freight doesn't steal it before they start making money on it. Made in China, because everything LED wise is made in China. I will say that the packaging they give you with the thing, you might want to hold on to this thing if you're working out of a toolbox, because it's a nice bit of foam, kind of will hold everything nice and secure for you if you're worried about the thing getting busted up flopping around in the toolbox. But packaging aside, you get yourself a manual, not much to see there, and we get a USB-A to USB-C. And speaking of which, I always forget to mention, this will charge on USB-C to USB-C. Some of the cheaper chips, as far as charging circuits go, will only charge on A to C. Something that should be mentioned, and a couple of you guys have asked that question, and I always forget to mention it, so there you go. Now, as far as the touchies and the feelies go on the thing, it basically just kind of has a very sunglassy type feel to it as far as opening up and closing. We are plastic. I mean, what do you expect? Made out of metal. Rubberized little, I wouldn't say ear hooks, but back of the head hooks here. In the front, we have a set of lights. You have a single spotlight, and then you have a large cob, which is more of a floodlight. I'm going to kind of show you here if I can. That would be, I just blinded myself. Now I can't read my notes. That would be the floodlight that you're looking at right now. That would be 300 lumens even. And then you hit it again, and that kind of gives you a spotlight where, it's more of a focus beam. That would be 150 lumens. And then you click the button one more time, and you get both of them together, and that's giving you 450 lumens. I will say I did a little bit of, I did my traditional time-lapse testing on this thing on its medium, or what I would consider the more, the way you'd be using it the most would be just a single cob in the front, I'm guessing. And yeah, it goes from up to 3 hours, I would say, is definitely usable light. I had it going. It was chugging along at 4 hours, and we'll drop in a picture of what it looked like when I finally terminated the test. But at the 4-hour mark, it's still lit up. But at that point in time, it's basically useless as far as a work light would go. Now moving on to the battery specs, which aren't in any advertisements or descriptions I can see as far as their literature goes. You are looking at, for charge time from what we would call dead, we're talking about a half an amp of charging is what it's charging at. Takes about 3 hours and 15 minutes, so 3.25 hours, and the capacity of the battery is 1,557 milliamp hours. Now continuing on with the feels and the touches and everything. On the bottom here, you got your USB Type C charger. Again, it'll charge C to A or C to C. And in the back here, the part that actually goes against your forehead here, there's a little bit of a rubberized grippy thing here. One thing I will say about this, and I'll drop in some thermals, this area, even with this little rubberized grip, gets a little toasty. I would say going against your bare skin on a nice hot summer day, it's going to be uncomfortable. I mean, not a problem for me because I'm always wearing a hat, but from what I can see with the thermals, we got a hot spot of about 107 degrees kind of in this area against the forehead, and then on the front where there's no mitigation for heat, it's about 114 degrees. So again, it's something to consider if you're not the hat type and you're looking for something to wear into the summer. You might want to pass on this, because 107 degrees on a pad that size pressed against your forehead is going to be a little uncomfortable. On the other side, in the wintertime, it might be a little cozy against the old dome. And another thing I forgot to mention, that it does not save your last setting as far as what you did. You have to scroll through all the different light modes to get to the one that you want. The one that I would think you would use the most would be just a floodlight in the front. So, I mean, that's the one you start off with, but when you're shutting it off, you got to go through the whole thing. It's only 3 of them. It's not that big of a deal, but me with the lights, I kind of like to be able to, the setting that it's on is the one that is probably the one that I'm using the most. So I kind of like to be able to just turn it on and have that at the ready. But yeah, I'm just not a big fan of unnecessary button presses. But yeah, I mean, as far as looking at the thing, it's tough. It's not creaky. It doesn't feel like it's going to break. I mean, we are talking plastic here, but yeah, I mean, as far as in the hand action goes, it seems like a decent enough light. So let's flip the camera up. We'll kind of put it on my big head, and I'll give you my opinions as far as how it feels on the head, and then we'll get into the nighttime footage. So as far as fit goes on the head, as I mentioned before, I have a condition known as craniumus gigantimus, which is just mean I got a big friggin' head. I mean, these flex fit hats that I'm always wearing, I wear the XL in those. So I mean, 2XL's the next size up, and I'm pretty sure if your head's that big, you got some kind of medical condition. But yeah, so just so you know, I got a bigger head, and basically what you kind of got with this guy is just kind of stick it here. I will say with my big gigantic head, in the back here where it kind of grips on, it pinches just a little bit. I'm kind of sensitive to the whole pinching thing. I wore this for a while. That's how I knew about the heat thing, and yeah, it didn't get to the point where it started aching and really bothering me. How this will work on a smaller head, I don't know. I don't have a small head around for me to try it on. But yeah, I mean, it fits nice. It's got the little rubber grippy things in the front, keep it from coming over your eyes and looking like Geordie LaForge from Star Trek. But Star Trek. Yeah. And yeah. I mean, it holds on good enough. As far as the functions go, the buttons, I'm going to turn away from the camera for this. Nice and easy to get to. Nice, you don't have to go searching for the button. It's right in the middle. And yeah, seems decent enough. So let's go to in the past here where I kind of looked underneath the hood of the old truck there. And yeah, we'll go through the different light settings and kind of see. I normally don't do the actual demonstration at night with the things, because even playing with the camera settings, I could probably take this off my head, can't I? Even playing with the camera settings, it still doesn't give a good I want to say justify, but it doesn't give you a good representation of what you're actually seeing with your eyes. But I don't know. You guys let me know if you appreciate me actually showing what the thing does in the dark with the camera. I'll add that in anytime I do a video on the thing. But like I said, you guys let me know. I'm going to show you it this time and give me your opinion. All right, so here's me underneath the hood of the old Tacoma there. I just turned it on, and we're looking at just the floodlight here by itself. And that would be the 300 lumen. And then we switch over to the spotlight here, kind of digging around a little bit dimmer, but as you can see, it's a little bit more focused. In a second, we're going to go over to both the things right there. And yeah, that's both of them, the full 450 lumen. Yeah, I mean, you can see everything you need to see. So yeah, not too bad. So there we go. That is the new EZRED EZNP45HL headlamp. I don't mind it. It seems like it's all right. Like I said, nice comfortable fit, stays in place. Aside from getting a little bit warm on the old chrome dome there, yeah, seems like a decent enough headlight. I'm gonna switch it from this being my go-to. I'll make this my backup, and then yeah, we'll test drive this for as long as we think we need to get a good impression of it. Maybe some point in time in the future, we'll come back and take another look at it, and I'll give you my final opinion on it. But I mean, out of the box, it seems like it's okay. As far as these things, I mean, they're new, so anytime you get something new, stock and quantities of stock always kind of all over the place. This particular one I bought off of eBay, EZRED site. I believe it's $50 from them. I've seen these as low as $45. Nick had, it's by the time you see this video, it still won't be the thing, but he had an EZRED bundle thing where he was selling, I think, for $60, and you got a whole bunch of other EZRED stuff with it. So like I said, whatever's cheapest and easiest for you. I will put the Amazon link down there in the old description there. And yeah, that's about it for this. I know a lot of you guys like the t-shirts that I wear. I just found this one, an 810 Thunderbolt t-shirt. I'm a bit of an aviation nerd, if you guys didn't know that. But yeah, this is what happens when you get a gun and you want to make it fly. I've always liked this. I found this on Amazon. I'll link it in the bottom if you guys are interested in it. But yeah, that is about it for this video. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the old comments section. I will do my best to get back to you. I'd like to thank you for watching. There you go.